Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous has finally been released. Oh my lord, it felt like such a long time. I kickstarted this game a few years ago. The original Pathfinder Kingmaker game is one of my favorite D&D games of all time, and I am so eager to see what they've done with this game. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the character creation and see what's on offer. What's this all about? Send their data in so they can improve how the game's going? Of course! Why not? I'm sure they'll use my data responsibly. What could possibly go wrong? So, we have a few choices here. We have the main story, we have a difficulty setting. I always play on the core Pathfinder settings. If you're new to these games, if you've never played a D&D game before, please don't choose these settings. You will have a very, very, very hard time. Don't follow my lead. But look, I'm a DM. I know how to play Pathfinder. I know what the hell I'm doing. We'll play normal settings. There's actually one setting before we get into it that I really, really want to have off. Only skill users receive skill check experience, and only active party receive EXP. I like these settings because that way I can focus certain party members and level them up rather than leveling everyone up. So I'm just gonna flick those on. And I feel like that's not how it works in a real game of D&D, but that is exactly how it's gonna work when I play, my own games. So we only have one choice here. It looks like they're gonna add some more though. They've left some space for future stories. We're gonna play the main story. Join the struggle against the World Wound. The epic war between Galorian and the Abyss has raged for more than hundreds of years. Up to now, the Crusade armies have barely managed to curb the overwhelming enemy forces, but not for much longer. The Demon Lords are preparing to strike a decisive blow. You will have to harness the mythic powers to take command of the Crusade, of the 5th Crusade, and lead it against the demonic hordes. Maybe it is the Filth Crusade, though. That's what we're doing. We're purging this demonic filth from the realm. So we've done we've already messed with these settings, right? Yep. That should also be on. There we go. Nice. I'm happy with all that. Now, what do they have here? They have pre-generated characters. Let's see what they're throwing in here. They've even put them in categories. That's really, really good, actually. For new players who have no idea how this works, they've actually come up with a really nice system here to make it simpler for people to understand what's going on. What is this? The pre-made balance? They even show what their focuses are. Wow, that's actually really, really, really smart. I think that is a big trouble for people trying to get into these sort of games. If you have no idea how these games work, there's just so much overwhelming content. But what they've done here is they've put together a little difficulty number. They've put together like this graph here. I don't know if graph's the right word, but they put this together so now you can actually just see right off the bat what you're getting into, what playing them's going to be like. They've put together the feature list here. This is awesome. This is actually amazing. I feel like this is just going to make it so much easier for new players to get into this stuff and really enjoy these games. However, we're not going to worry with all this. We're going to start by making our own character. And let's see what is at, what are options we're going to have today when we do this. I'm most certainly going to be making a wizard. Wizards are my favorite. I know that for a fact, but we're going to be taking a little look through first and seeing what's on offer before we come to our final conclusion. They got some really nice portraits in here again. Oh, they've got all the portraits from Kingmaker as well. That's cool. I was going to say, it would be weird if they didn't have the Kingmaker ones. They have the Kingmaker characters as well, so if you want to bring back any of the characters or any of the portraits, you're more than able to. That's nice. I really like that. Because it wouldn't make sense to have all these wonderful artworks drawn and not reuse them. But nonetheless, we are going to... Oh my god, we're going to go ahead and use one of these new portraits, because my god, do they look wonderful. Very, very emotive. They really set the scenes. They're just bleeding character, these portraits. Look at these. What a damn suave elf. My lord. Woofed. My god, they've really... Honestly, the last portraits I loved, these ones are going above and beyond. Is this a... Oh man, do they allow you to play... They allow you to play some unusual races from the looks of things, if they've got portraits for these. I forget the name of the fox people, but I have never actually played one. This guy's literally just an elemental rock guy. Looks like they're going to have some really cool race options. Alright, well, hold on. Let's see what race options we can actually get first before we go any further, because I don't know what these are. So Orid? I've never heard of this. What do they get? Orids are humans whose ancestry includes the touch of an elemental being, or of Earth, somewhere along the line. Often that of a Shaitan genie. I don't know what that is. Stoic and contemplative. Orids are a race not easily moved. Well, they are stone people. Makes sense. Yet almost unstoppable when spurred to action. Right. They remain a mystery to most of the world thanks to their reclusive nature, but those who seek them out in their secluded mountain hideaways find Orids to be quiet, dependable, and protective of their friends. Ooh. So it looks like you get to choose a specific heritage with these guys, much like the Tieflings. I wonder if they have new Tiefling heritage and ASMR heritages. We'll look into that more. What's these ones? The Dhampir, I suppose. The half-living children of vampires. Ooh. Birthed by human females, Dhampirs are progenies of both honor and tragedy. The circumstances of a Dhampir's conception are often called into question, but scarcely understood, as few mortal mothers survive the childbirth. Those who do often abandon their monstrous children and refuse to speak of the matter. Wow, that's quite unfortunate. While some speculate that Dhampir result when mortal women couple with vampires, others claim that they form when a pregnant woman suffers a vampire bite. Some particularly zealous scholars even contest Dhampir's status as a unique race, instead viewing them as humans suffering from an unholy affliction. Indeed, this hypothesis is strengthened by the Dhampir's seemingly inability to reproduce, their offspring inevitably humans, usually sorcerers, with the undead bloodline. Interesting. Okay. Negative energy affliction? Oh. That's interesting. So they heal from the negative energy and take damage from positive energy. That could be a very interesting build. Takes no penalty from energy drain effects. Oh my god, that's amazing. I fucking hate negative levels. They're the worst thing in existence. This is the Kitsune, I believe. It looks like a Japanese word, so I'm gonna say it like it's a Japanese word. Kitsune. Kitsune, or foxfolk, are vulpine shapeshifters known for their love of both trickery and art. Kitsune possess two forms, that of the attractive human of a slender build with salient eyes, and their true form of an anthropomorphic fox. Despite an irrepressible penchant. God, my god, I cannot read today. I'm on like 5 hours sleep, so bear with me. For deception, the Kitsune prize loyalty and make true companions. They delight in the arts, particularly riddles and storytelling, and settle in the ancestral clans, taking their wisdom from both the living and spirits. Wow, this is cool. I think we're gonna try... What do we get for this? Change shape? I don't really know what this is gonna do for me. Being a human. Mobility, keen senses, magic? Enchantment spells. Okay. Right, well we have a lot to choose from here. Let's look at the heritages first, I suppose. That might help me decide what exactly I want to do here. So we've got Gem Soul, we've got Iron Soul, and we've got regular Orids. Alright, so what do we got here? With scintillating personalities to match their captivating appearances, Gem Soul Orids command attention, and prefer it that way. Gem Souls tend to have large egos and are flashy in their relationships. They gravitate towards artistic pursuits, most frequently of a performative nature. Though they also have a strong tradition of symmetric poetry. What does that even mean? Symmetric poetry. I've never heard of it. Gem Souls prefer to make their homes in a flamboyant societies or places where they can make meaningful personal contributions, as well as in nations that appreciate cultivated beauty. Gem Souls typically have dazzling, faceted skin, along with a cluster of crystalline formations instead of hair, and pupilless eyes of vivid colors. Wow, quite gorgeous. Some favor tattoos in complex, branching geometric shapes, and they can frequently be seen wearing silks and brightly dyed linen to contrast their complexions. Wow, that's quite nice. They get color spray once a day, and +2 strength, +2 charisma, -2 penalty to wisdom. That seems like a pretty solid one. I want to find someone specifically that's going to give me intelligence, though. We're looking for an intelligence buff. That'll be best for our wizard, so... Stolid and Indomitable. Iron Soul Orids undertake great works, both physically and conceptually. with unwavering determination, possessed of patience and a sense of self-refinement through struggle. Iron Souls reflect their ancestry in their continuous and determined efforts towards self-improvement. That sounds like a nice lifestyle. Iron Souls are most at home in areas that reflect that sense of that same sense of directed and intentional growth, and they operate best within formal structures. Iron Souls wear their elemental heritage on their skin, with most having some amount of metallic sheen. Their skin tones vary, with colours ranging from gold and silver to coppery green and dull oxidized grey. Alright. And they get Lead Blades. Lead Blades is a good spell. And these are just regular Orid, I suppose. Yeah, that's the same thing as before. Just strength and wisdom with a penalty to charisma. Okay. I don't think Orids are for us. I don't think they give us many helpful bonuses here. Let's check the Dampier. Oh, wow, they got quite a few to choose from here. Standard one. They get +2 Dex, +2 Charisma, -2 Con, but +2 on Perception. Not bad. Also called the Rushi. Zhengxi Born is usually the result. Is that how I meant to say these? These look like Chinese words. I do not know, though, how on earth these are meant to be pronounced. The result of some kind of foul ritual, or a magically possessed father, rather than direct congress between a human and a Zhengxi. Zhengxis lack any natural desire for physical contact or procreation, and their purifying internal organs make was that it? Putrefying. That's the fucking word. Oh my god, I cannot read. Send help, please. They make them unable to conceive. All right, fair, like all of them. They get strength and intelligence, so that's good. Lose Dex though. I kind of want Dex. Dex is important for a wizard. Dampiers who can trace their heritage to Mori are known as some impossible to pronounce words. Sevitochas? I have no fucking clue. And they inherit much of the unnatural charm and beauty exhibited by their vampiric forebears. Sevichoches. I don't think I can choose this one just because I can't say it. No, we can't do it. It's impossible to pronounce. The union that results in an ancient born... oh my god, all of these words! Oh no, that's actually not that bad. That's Nosferatu born. I could say that one. Oh man, there's so many in here, but I don't think any of these are actually that useful to me. Oh, here we go. Hold on. This one actually is good. This one is good. Most often the result of curiosity or experimentation than mating. The Dampier offspring of Vitalis. That's it. Vitalis are born with sharp minds and are inclined to ask questions. Known as Ajibachanas. Oh my god. I need help. I need someone by me to read these words and tell me how they're meant to be said. They are forceful and precocious, but their progenitors' distaste for the devout is mirrored in their weakness around holy and unholy sites. Just like their vampire parents, Ajibachanas yearn for knowledge and often engage in scholarly pursuits, but their mortality drives them to work harder and learn faster. In a few short decades, they might gain a better understanding of themselves and their accumulated knowledge, than their eternally childish parents could ever have. Right, I see. Sounds good. Let's try that out. I'm down for the Dampier. Undead resistance, bonus on saving throws against diseases, mind affecting stuff sounds good. No penalties from that. Yeah, honestly, I like all these bonuses. Now let's go back and let's choose a picture, an appropriate one. Let's find one that looks to be like an undead wizard. Wait, hold on, what do they really look like? What's the... Okay, they've got like a light sort of blue skin. Kind of like a drow skin almost. Let's see if we can find someone here. Oh, that is a very cool portrait. Very, very cool. That guy's not really gonna fit. I think we will actually choose this individual. I believe I'm going to be Ranger, but I really like the aesthetic. Just like the close-up with the hat and the cloak. It reminds me a lot of Bloodborne. Alright. So what are we looking at now? Have they? Oh wow, they have added quite a new set of options. So they've added a ton of new prestige classes. They've like doubled the prestige class options. We will be going an Arcane Trickster though. That much is certain. We will become an Arcane Trickster. Eventually. This will be our endgame character. This character is going to be the most insane character you guys have ever seen in Pathfinder. I happen to know how to break this game. And once we get there, you will understand. Alright, we're going to play a wizard. Is anyone rated harder than a wizard? Who's actually rated 5-star difficulty in this? Shaman, Rogue. Is anyone rated 5-star? Surely some class in here. Magus. Oh, no, I know these ones. I've played the I played an Eldritch Scorn in a previous game. They're not that hard. The Kineticists, they're also not that hard as well, I thought. I've played with both of them. I like this new difficulty system, but I don't know how well it's lined up. The Cavalier could be cool. Might have to try these out in the future. But either way, we're gonna start with a classic. Wait, there's a witch now. I don't know what those are. I don't know. We don't want to play a witch. We want to play a classic wizard. Can't go wrong. Alright. So, I think as well, this is my favorite type of wizard. Again, so many fucking confusing words. Thalassili... I don't even know how to say this. Thassilaleon... Fuck, you know what? I'm gonna play a specialist wizard. That's what it is. You choose a school to specialize in. So essentially, these ones are really, really good when they specialize. And we're going to be specializing in none other than evocation. Background selection? What? Oh. This is new. You didn't have to choose a background in the past. I think I'll be a scholar. That seems to be the most appropriate, right? Scholar adds use magic device and knowledge arcana to the list of her skills. She also gets scribe scroll as a bonus feat. Well, I think I already get that, right? Hold on, you can create magic items now? You could not create magic items in the previous games. That's awesome. 100% we're an arcane scholar though. +1 enchantment bonus in, wait, hold on. The corresponding bonus from background changes to +1 competence bonus in case of skill checks, +1 enchantment bonus in the case of weapon proficiency, and -1 armor check penalty reduction in the case of armor proficiencies. Okay, so I'm worse with armor, better with magic knowledge, as you'd expect. Alright. So, how is this going to work? I really like this system, where you don't roll up stats. It feels like a more balanced system. So, most important thing, 20 intelligence. Without a shadow of doubt. We need that. Next thing, we need a lot of dex. Dex is also quite important, as will con be. We don't need strength. Strength is irrelevant. Charisma is kind of important. Charisma will be important. I kind of just want to go no wisdom, dump wisdom. 18 dex, 14 con seems decent. Charisma could stay the same. We could get 11 charisma, actually. Alternatively, we could have... Hold on. We could have this at a... Rather than a -3, at a -2. But then we have a -1 charisma. Is that worth? I'm gonna say probably not, actually. Probably better off keeping it like this. Strength 7's fine. And we'll probably just leave it at 11 charisma. I think that's a pretty decent stat set. Alternatively, we could drop that down to, what, 8? And oh, we have to go all the way to 7 if we want to get extra con. We could do that, honestly. This is probably the 3 stats that are most important for us. Every other stat's irrelevant. We just need to get another charisma character in our party, and we'll be good. I think this is fine. We don't get any charisma. Oh, actually, hold on. We get use magic device now. This isn't. I think that's new, actually. I don't know if they had use magic device in the previous game. I can't remember. Now I think about it. Definitely want that. We want every knowledge skill. Actually, oh, hold on. These are wisdom based. Oh yeah. Huh. All right. So I guess we're gonna go with nature law over religion law. Oh, what would this character know? This character is meant to be someone who spent more time studying and reading books, and they're a scholar, so I feel like religion law is probably the more appropriate one now I think about it. Alright, that should do for us. Next step, we get to choose feats. Accomplish sneak attack. I don't think we can get that. Why is that a possible selection? I don't think we can do that, can we? How would we do that? We don't meet the prerequisite. Don't you need to have... Oh, you can search now. Yeah, I couldn't get that. I was going to say, I need to actually have a sneak attack to get that, which we will. We will get a sneak attack eventually. But not yet. Not yet. You can brew potions now, too. That's awesome. That's really cool. There's a ton of new spells in here. An absolute ton of new spells. Oh, not spells, feats, I mean. The question is, which feat is the one that we will need? Oh, they got new meta magic feats as well. I love that. Bolster. Spell does 2 more damage per damage die to all targets. Additionally, all enemies within 5 feet of the spell's targets are dealt 2 damage per dice rolled of the original. Nice. Nice. Spell penetration is really good for us, but almost certainly going to be useless in the early game. So we're not going to get that yet. I think what I will get is probably point blank shot. Point blank shot is going to be very important because we are going to be a ranged damage dealer to start with. Alternatively, I could get a spell focused in evocation. Actually, I thought about it. We're getting a spell focused in evocation. Screw it. We'll go all in evocation. Forget the point blank shot. It's not worth. It might come in handy later, but there's not that many spells that are that great with point blank shot later down the line. So now we get a wizard bonus feat. We can go a step further and get spell specialization. Select one spell and treat the cast level as being 2 levels higher. That's cool. That is cool. That's a new feat as well. I think we're just going to get a greater spell focus in evocation, though, to be honest. And just go all in evocation spells. So now we get to choose our Arcane Bond. I don't really want a familiar. As cool as the familiars are, the familiar in the late game is not going to be nearly as good as an extra spell per day. This just essentially means we can refresh one spell that we've used a day, and although that's pretty much useless in the early game, the spells that we refresh, really, really weak. When you get an extra 7th level spell, oh boy, you know, once you're using god tier abilities, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we are going to choose to be a wrathful wizard. So, that means we are prohibited from abjuration and conjuration. No protection spells, no dispelling magic. We won't need it because our enemies will be dead. Let's go. Alright, let's see what other spells we can choose from now. So, Burning Hands is a must-have. 100% you need Burning Hands. Ear-piercing Scream is a good one. I'm not sure I really want... Just dazing and dealing damage is a decent ability. Magic Missile is a must-have as well. Flare Burst. Is that just an AoE flare? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's a very good spell. Just being dazzled just means I believe you have a -1 on your chance to hit and a -1 on spot checks. Not a very good ability. I think I'm never going to use Shocking Hands or Shocking Grasp just because I'm not gonna be using any what's it called? Any melee touch attacks. You have to touch somebody with this, and I don't want my wizard up in melee. So I don't think we're gonna get that. We're gonna just Ear-piercing Scream. We're gonna get Color Spray. Color Spray is just an amazing spell. Oh, it's actually been nerfed. It used to be, I swear, 6 hit dice or less. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the 3.5 version of Color Spray. But it is one of the strongest first level spells. Not many people know that one about Color Spray. I feel like that one's overlooked far too often. But it does offer some very, very powerful bonuses. It affects a lot of creatures and can just completely take them out of the fight for the whole fight. And you kill them while they're down. It's such a powerful spell. Enlarged Person is an exceptionally powerful spell, so we're going to get a copy of that. Hurricane Bow is also an exceptionally powerful spell. So we're going to be getting a copy of that. This character is going to be a ranged character when they're not, when they're not casting spells. They're going to be using a bow. Or a crossbow, more likely, with their strength. Ray of Enfeeblement is good. I like Ray of Enfeeblement. Ray of Sickening is alright. I don't know if we'll go with that one. Touch of Gracelessness is like a Ray of Enfeeblement, but it's a touch version. So I don't think we're actually going to get that one. True Strike will actually come in handy, I feel. Question is, do I really want True Strike? Probably not. I want Reduced Person instead. Reduced Person is also exceptionally good. Again, I feel like most people know about how useful Enlarged Person can be, but Reduced Person is one that's lesser known about how useful it can be. And we will most certainly see this spell used a lot through our playthrough. Oh, we can choose a deity as well, even if you're... That's cool. Even if you're not a religious, class, you just choose a deity. I don't know anything about these deities. I know some of them from when I last played. Do they have the Gorham? Yeah, Gorham's hilarious. Oh, I believe. Wait, no, oh no, Gorham's the god of battle. Damn, wait, I know there's a god that's like the, oh, is it Asmodeus? No, it's not Asmodeus. There's a god of like, there's a god of chaos and like death and destruction and the apocalypse, but I forget what they're called. You know what? I might be an atheist. Let's say here's what our character thinks of the gods. Our character thinks that the gods are just glorified entities that have achieved a greater level of power. And thus, they don't respect them. They're not beings that are on a different plane. They're just beings that have managed to elevate themselves through mortal means to a point of exceptional power. To the point of where they themselves may no longer even be mortal. And thus my character doesn't follow a god. They refuse to respect them. What do other people can think of me though? On Glorian, atheism usually denotes the belief that those beings commonly called gods are not worthy of the authority or reverence bestowed upon them by others. Exactly. It's not that we don't believe in gods. We don't believe in a god because we don't believe that they are worthy of worship. Atheists rarely doubt the existence of deities and generally acknowledge that these deities are very powerful beings, as I do, but deem them no more than that. Instead of gods, they tend to revere idols such as goodness or freedom, philosophies such as prophecy of Calistrad or diabolism, or nothing in particular. Some scholars argue that the term atheist is incorrectly applied to those people, preferring such terms as ditheists or misotheists. Others call themselves agnostics, instead insisting that no mortal can say what is divine and what isn't, as the workings of divine are fundamentally unknowable by mortals. However, such distinctions are lost on the generally religious society, as most accept the more common term. Atheism is looked down upon in many parts of Glorian, but is enforced on a state level in the nations of Rahadum in Garund Tuvete, in the River Kingdoms, and Bashun in Taizan? I don't know how to say that one. Despite their lack of faith, atheist souls are judged by Pharasma, their posthumous fate, I don't know, varies. Some are sent to the planes best matching their individual alignments and philosophies, while others become bodiless spirits in the astral planes, reincarnated, and find their fate in the graveyard of souls. Well, there we go. Well, atheism is our wave. The question is, what will we be setting our alignment to? Where are we going to sit? What are we going to be aiming for? I kind of want to believe this is as a wizard, we start off neutral. We came out in the pursuit of knowledge. We don't really have a horse in this race. And who knows, maybe the fates and what they deal to us will determine where our alignment ends up through the story. But for now, we're going to start at neutral and see what we end up in, based on the circumstances and what decisions we feel are appropriate. Alright, we have a few different body types here that we can choose from. I think we're going to go with a man here. The picture we have is a man. I can't tell if this looks to be a woman. They have a softer face. Where is there a gender option that I'm missing here? Am I blind? What? I don't understand where... Oh, these things? No? I must be blind. Okay, well, I guess we're a woman. That's fine then. The portrait isn't necessarily a man. Do we want a scar? Of course not. No, we have no scars. We spend most of our time inside reading books. Oh, I do like the darker purpley skin there. That's very nice. These are like Karen haircuts, but you know what? I'm vibing with them. You could go bald. Yeah, I like this one the most, to be honest. We can get a beard. No, it won't let me have a beard. Dang. Ooh, let's choose a nice... Ooh, it's kind of like a silvery... I'd go with a purple, but that doesn't really stand out with my face so well. Alright. Where are these? Oh, these are on my face, right? Okay. No, I don't think we want any war paints. It's just outfit colors. These are the most important choices you can make in these games, guys. You gotta decide what you look like. I'm just gonna mix and match some colors that make my skin pop. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna go with a nice light pink, and then maybe like a pastel blue. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Alrighty.
Interesting.
Oh, why do you choose the gender here? Why? Or is that just for voices?
Ah, a test of my abilities.
That's definitely a man's face. Now I'm looking at it, but hey.
I have no use for this.
That's fine. We'll be a woman.
I'm wounded.
Carefree.
With grace, this is my chance to run.
Cunning.
None shall escape.
I feel faint.
I stand ready. We shall overcome. You should have run.
I think we're gonna go cunning.
Cover me.
Cunning seems most appropriate. Alright. What shall her name be? Let's give her a real cool name. Let's give her a cool name. Cool names are very important. The name is actually the most important part of this whole process, if you didn't know. As far as character generation goes, all of this other stuff we did, complete waste of time, completely worthless, didn't need to do any of it. But this part, this is the most important part. You can't make a character without a good name. I think we're gonna go with... got caps lock on. Sadra. Or maybe, Sabra. What would their last name be? Because look, in all fairness, they probably don't have a family. They probably were raised by scholars, and that's how they became a wizard. You know, they were abandoned by their parents, I imagine. So they'll probably have a last name that reflects the fact that they've been a scholar their life. Maybe we'll call Sadra Tome, Tome something or other. Tome Raider. Tome Raider? I don't know if I'd like that. Sounds way too much like Tomb Raider. Tome Searcher? Tome Scourer? Tome Reader? That just sounds too plain, honestly, Tome Reader. Tomeborn? Tomeborn. I like that. Well, an E there as well. Why not? Why not? Tomeborn seems appropriate. Let's choose a birthday. I think we're going to be born on Rover. I like the sound of that. We'll be born on the unlucky 13th of Rover. Or lucky, depending on how you see it.
Is a waste of time.
Alright. Looks like we got our character ready to go. I'm pretty happy with all this. Alright, well, that's the character creation process. As you can see, there is a lot of crazy options that you can choose from in the new Pathfinder Kingmaker games. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just one of the characters that we've come up with here. But no doubt, there are countless more and that you could be creating. And I will say that this game is going to offer a lot of replayability in that regard for people that want to try out different character combinations. If you're keen to see the gameplay, tune in for the next episode. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.